Yeah, jam some more fun. This is Jermaine, yeah? Jermaine this. Alright, so today the story I'm gonna try to tell you now. Sorry, this is not a story. This is something that happened, and this basically changed policing in Samoa forever. Alright? Yes. So this is a story of a Nigerian in Samoa and how it changed the entire police force and how they interacted with people going forward.
Rastafari, Haile Selassie the first, for giving I and I this great and wonderful privilege to come together in love and perfect unity. Brother Dennis Brown and the Silky One say, oh there say King.
Keep the fire blazing for Gyro, yeah.
Back in 2009, there was a Nigerian guy. His name was William Namdi Okoro. Now, William had met a Samoan girl when she went, she was overseas, and they met in, I think it's in the Middle East. All right? He got married to the Samoan girl, moved back to Samoa with the girl. Now, that girl had, she at the time had family living in Samoa, and also American Samoa. But, so they went to American Samoa to live. Now, during his traverse, he have to come to Samoa and on the international flight. And then after that, you take another flight from Samoa to American Samoa. Because Samoa to American Samoa is about 20-25 minutes on plane. Right, so you have the little 14-seater planes or 28-seaters that fly over there. Right, so that's how they used to basically traverse. If you're going on an international flight, you come Samoa, then you take the flight to American Samoa, or you can take the ferry. The ferry is an 8-hour thing, so a lot of people opted to fly. All right, during that time, how the story goes is that he was here in Samoa, waiting to go to American Samoa. He had a meeting he met friends here, and during that time, one of the guys he met was working at the Western Union. All right. Now, during one of the meetings with the guy from Western Union, some money was, exchanged hands and so on. He went to American Samoa. Couple of weeks later, the Attorney General in American Samoa contacted him saying that the Samoan police wanted to speak to him about some money and so on. And then he basically was asked to come to Samoa to answer whatever the charges are. So he came back to America. He left from American Samoa, came to Samoa to talk to the police. During his conversations here with the police, he was arrested and charged, for defraud, for fraud. In essence, they said that he had gotten 10,000 US from the Western Union and so on, and by fraudulent means. He was held, and then he went to court. When he went to court, the judge basically threw the case out because the prosecution did not have enough evidence to support the claims of fraud. And it is said that he got the money and so on. He refuted that he got the money and so forth. So the judge threw the case out. Now, normally when you're held by the police here, they take your travel documents and whatever you had on you. All your personal belongings and so on, they keep, similar to what they do overseas. So the police here had taken his passport, about 4,500 US, along with some Chinese money as well, yuan, and so on, they had taken from him before they locked him up. So when the case was thrown out, the court, gave him documentation to go back to the police and get his documents so he can leave the island. When he went back to the police, they couldn't find his documentation, they couldn't find his money, nothing at all could be found for him. All right, so he has no passport to leave, nothing at all. All right. In one of the conversations he had with the police, it is reported that in one of the conversations he had with the police, the police told him that they tore up his document and the only way he can leave Samoa is if he walked on water. All right, so 2009, the 2010, I was here, in Samoa, because I came here in 2009, 1 week before the tsunami. I came to Samoa. That was September 22nd, 2009. I left on the 9th of November. I left early November and came back late November, early December for my son to be born. Because my son was born on December 11th. So I came back for that time. So I was still here in 2010. Now in 2010, I decided to start my restaurant at the time. And that time, you never have internet as prevalent as it is now. So I used to go and use the Wi-Fi at the Aggie Grace Hotel. While I was at Aggie Grace, I parked the car and I met the Nigerian was passing. Black man down here is strange. So, you hear one another and you say, yeah, I go on. You see that, you tell me I'm from Nigeria, tell him I'm from Jamaica, and so on. And I had never seen him again. In July 2010, because my restaurant was a very popular restaurant. So when my restaurant started, I had a big crowd pull. All right. So in July 2010, he was walking through the mall and he saw me. So he hailed me and, we talk and so on. So while talking, he said, oh, what you doing? I said, oh, the restaurant and so on. Oh, is your restaurant? Yeah, everybody talking about the restaurant. Yeah. So from there on, him start link me, periodically link me and so on. Until, we became friends. And so on. So during that time, I don't know what is happening and so on. Him talk to me and so on. And, sometimes him ask me, sometimes him come all day and there with me from the like midday until when the restaurant closed. At that time, we used to close like 12 midnight. Sometimes him there and just keep my company. And we chat and so on. So we continued until one day he started to tell me, why he was there. He told me about the case and so on, and things that he had and why he was there and so on. So, I ask him, talk to the people and see how they can help you and so on and so forth. So that continued. In 2011, while it was, I think there was an election in March 2011. So March the 2nd, which was a Wednesday, I think. Wednesday. The election would have been on a Friday. So the Wednesday, which was in March 2011, we had a sale because the next day would have been a holiday. And so we had a sale at the restaurant. So we worked late. So one of my girls now, she had to meet her husband up at the market. Now from the shop to the market is about 3, 4, 5 minutes walk. You understand? But that night, you had a lot of people on the road. And so on, people were drinking and everything. This was the old market, so it was very vibrant that time. A lot of people were drinking and so on. Police was trying to get people to come off of the road and so forth. So I told the girl, it was after 12 in the night, 11, 12 o'clock in the night. So I told the girl, yo, wait on me. I'll just drop you up at the market. She said, no, I can't drop her. But, because her husband jealous. So I must just drive, drive the car beside her and make sure walk and so on. When I reach up to the market now, we asked we saw some police officers and asked them, to accompany her to the market. The police asked me to come out of the car. So I say, why should I come out of the car? I just ask every car my employee, to her boyfriend, who was waiting at the market for her. Them tell me must come out of the car. So I say, okay, then let me park properly and then come out of the car. See, as I come out of the car, man, the police them drape me and start beat me up. See? Now, when them start beat me up, me is not me is not a little girl that stoop down and pee. So you don't know. I defend myself, and it so happened that all of the police went to the hospital. Some get stitches, some get mash up and so on. Me myself, if you look right here, so I have a cut here, so I get because of the fracture and so on. I was brought to the holding area at the police station, and while there another police tried to fight me, I send him go hospital too. You understand? So after that now, I was facing a lot of charges. A myriad of charges over that. See? Now we went to, this is me, I went to court for the mentioning and so on. And during that time, I always had a lawyer and retainer. So that lawyer now, one of the big lawyers here. I always had, because I do business and so on, I need a lawyer. So I have one of the lead lawyers and retainer, and they were also criminal lawyers as well. You understand? So, we write the police, and, basically I ask the police commissioner, they have a thing here called the Professional Standards Unit. So we asked them to do an internal investigation and see what was happening. And the then commissioner, they did the investigation and found out that the police were lying on the statement. Now it ended up that the other police now were facing charges, and the police dropped the case and so on, and a lot of things happened after that. Some people were basically fired from the force, some were retired, and so on and that. All those were involved, were dealt with. The police, in essence, now did a formal apology and so on at the restaurant and so on, and thing. Now, I never take that for nothing. I thought these were young police, because at the time these were guys who were just leaving training school. So I thought, no, it didn't have any relation. You understand, to what was happening. Later I found out it had relation. There was some relativity to me being friends with the Nigerian guy. From there on, I started to watch and see certain things. Now, at my restaurant, they used to have like plainclothes police that come and sit down and watch what's happening. You understand? And we used to see them. So, more time them sit down out there, I carry some drinks and stuff and give to them and so on. They might wonder, why am I doing it? I say, we know say you're a police, brother. That's why I do this thing. You understand? But anyway, respect to you and thing, you do your work. See? So eventually, when I know what happened, it gone. See? Anyway, from the Nigerian point of view now, the Nigerian guy, he was there, and him trying to get his travel documents so he can leave, and he trying to get back his stuff from the police, the money and everything, and it wasn't going anywhere. It reached the highest office, the government as well, and instructions were being given. There were letters written, and so on, for something to be done. And in terms of giving directives to the police, for them to do something about it, nothing was being done. All right, so one day I was at the guy normally come link me and so on, and then one day he didn't turn up. I must think it's strange. You understand? When I saw the newspaper, the morning, it was a big headline, wanted. And they had a picture of him on the front of the newspaper. Boy, people who know this guy and blah, blah, blah should contact the police because he's an overstayer, etc., in the country. He's not supposed to be in the country. So I'm like, what? How this? Because the funny thing, he didn't have any money and anything, you know. So what I used to do, he used to come at the restaurant, and the only day he didn't eat at the restaurant was on a Sunday, because I don't open on a Sunday. You understand? And him don't have any money. Sometime him Samoan girl probably send him a thing, and you know, we spend our money and so on. But at that time he was living at a member of parliament's family home. Yeah. So, because I used to drop him. You understand? At nights when they finish, I used to drop him at the home, and that is the member of parliament family home. So I am like, why are they putting out a wanted thing when the member of parliament knows where he is? And they, you know, so if the police want him, them know where to find him. So anyway, I don't pay it any mind. Now, that the day when that came out in the newspaper, I was shocked. So I didn't see him that day, and I didn't see him the days going down. So I wonder what's happening. So I was walking past a lawyer's office, and I saw some police that I knew, and the police called me over and said, yo, you know your friend upstairs? So I said, how you mean, your friend upstairs? Him say, yeah man, your friend upstairs with him lawyer. So I say, okay, what happened? Them said, they're going to arrest him. So I say, how you mean they're going to arrest him? Arrest him for what? You understand? I say, well, basically, you know, him is an overstay and so on. Some say, yeah, the man is an overstay because him not no papers. He's been trying to get his papers. And, you know, the government trying to help, because at that time he was writing letters to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They were doing their thing and so on, and it wasn't going on. So I think probably he retained the service of a lawyer to try and sort it out. See? So anyway, I say, all right then. See, so come. See, so I went up to the restaurant, came back at the lawyer's office. When I went upstairs, the whole of the police them there, and them I talked to the lawyer and everything, telling him that the commissioner want to see him. See, so I said, how the commissioner want to see him, and the commissioner isn't in country? They said, no, the commissioner come back, him there, they want to see him. Okay, so I said, all right then, good. All right, I can come with the no when I carry him to the police station. Them say, no, I need to come. So I go and get my car and drive to the police station. When I drive to the police station, my brother, how that police station was, they never have, at that time, they never have any coverage on the, you know, windows and so forth. I'm afraid my hand, I dribble out the thing. Yeah, at that time, they didn't have any cover on the windows and so on. So you could see what's happening from outside. Now, this was what they called CID at the time. See? So, you know, you could see they had a circle around him, and the police, them punch him left, right, and center, man. So me now run into CID, and I say, yo, what wanna do? See? You're not supposed to serve and protect, and they beat up the man and so on, and the police them, I say, boy, what may I do inside there and blah. I say, I wanna do a madness. So in essence, it break up and so on, and then police talk to me and say, boy, I'm for go outside and wait and blah blah blah. I say, okay, then I wait. Now I heard that he was arrested. No, he was arrested, no charge. Later in the day, I carry food for him and so on. So, you know, when you look, man, the man blood up, man. He cut and everything on him face and everything. How the man them punch up the man. I said, Jaja, seeing this not right. Next morning, I go carry food for him again. They said that they had brought him up to the prison, which is at that time they had a prison called Tafaingata prison. All right. Before I could go to the gate, while I drove the car up to the gate, the police officer who was at the gate, the guard who was at the gate, say, hey, they say you can't come up here. So I say, I mean, me can't come up here. I don't understand. I carry some food for the bedroom. They say, no, they ain't get direct instructions. Say, I cannot bring any, I can't come up there, come look for the dude. See, I can't come look for William. So I say, okay. He said, we must give him the food, so take to William. So I say, no, I'm not doing that. You understand? It's either me bring it to him or, yeah, him is a hungry kill him. See? So I not bring it. So, yeah, I did it. Well, a couple of, I think this was about, It continued for a couple of months and so on. I not hear nothing from him and thing and so on and thing. One day again, I see the newspaper. His picture again on the front page. And on the front page of the paper, there was this big word, help. This is the Samoa Observer. You guys can search for the Samoa Observer. You'll find all of them I tell you. This is true. See? You see help in caps and exclamation and his picture. And in the newspaper, what they were saying was they received a letter from him through an anonymous source or an email, from him. I think it was an email they said they received through an anonymous source, and in a sense detailed what was happening to him and so on, and how he was being held at the prison without charge and so forth. Now, that garnered a lot of attention both locally and overseas, because normally in the newspaper here, it is carried in New Zealand and those places, so that started a ripple effect. Now, in the paper, he also detailed how they were trying to deport him, and when he was being deported, he was like basically putting up resistance and so on, and they bound and gagged him and tried to push him on the plane. The pilot, in essence, told them no, he's going to be a danger to the rest of passengers. He cannot board the flight, so they had to bring him back to the prison. He was in the prison. He had boils and abscesses all over his body and so on, and they didn't bring him to hospital and all of those things. So all of that was in the newspaper. See? Now, because of that, a lawyer took the case pro bono and sued the government. Now, I think they sued the government for about 12 million or something like that. See? And the case went to trial to the Supreme Court, I think. See? Now, when the case went to the Supreme Court, he won. He won the case, and I don't remember what happened, what he was, but the case was presided over by a judge from New Zealand named, I think, Justice Slicer at the time. Yeah. Presided over the case, and he won the case. All right. Now, I think he was paid $500,000 tala. That would be at the time, that would have been about 250,000 US. So it was about $2 something to $1 US. See? And he won that case over that, and so on. Now, about a year later, they had a commissioner inquiry over the case. I was a part of the commissioner inquiry as well, because they brought me in to question me and, ask me questions about what did he do with the money. And so, I don't know anything about those things. So, yeah, I just let them know I don't know nothing about that. And if he shared the money with me and so on, yeah, no, I don't know those things. Yeah, so, yeah, they had a commissioner inquiry. And that's when it was found out what was happening with the police force and with government. It even reached the point at one time that they were trying to get the Prime Minister in. The lawyer was trying to get the Prime Minister in as the defense lawyer. He was bringing the case up. His lawyer was trying to get the Prime Minister to get in, and the court didn't allow it, because in essence they had enough evidence to say, they knew what was happening and so on. And then now, that subsequently went into the part where, a lot of police officers lost their jobs. The then commissioner, he lost his job and so on. There's a new commissioner and so on. You remember I told you that when you look at you could see from outside into CID. Now that was changed. They got curtains and put over the place. Eventually the place was built over, and, they did some work to it, to kind of cover the area and so on. The new police commissioner that came in, Egon Kyle, yeah, he came in. Egon he used to be a police officer back in LA. So he has roots here. So he was the new commissioner, and they made a lot of changes to the police force. Change training, change how they deal with people, and all of those things. And they were more, in a sense, they came up with a way to, make the police deal with them job the way they're supposed to deal with them job. That sort of thing. So, and personally, this is my opinion, and from what happened to me at that time in Samoa, they because here the police they don't carry guns and those things. So there's a Matai system here. I explain the Matai system how it works. So you have like a council of chiefs in each village, and these council of chiefs basically handle the matters within the villages, so the matters don't have to come outside of the village and go to court, all right? Because they don't want to clog up the court system. It's only on extreme cases that things are passed on to the police, and the police can do that. You understand? So there's a good relationship between the village and the police force, and they trust the Matai system to handle most of those things that happens within the village. Now, the police now, some of the police there have been there for years, and they demand respect. You understand? And sometimes some of these policemen get overzealous, and they do things that they're not supposed to do, because they don't understand that, there's a law and you need to follow the law, and so on. So they do certain things that they're not supposed to do. See? Now, with me now, basically as a foreigner here, I never used to police or deal with myself, because prior to me coming here, I don't really have no interaction with police and so on, apart from, you go police officers club and, that sort of thing. You play dominoes and that sort of thing, with the police. And when I was growing up, police counsel me, because me used to be amongst policemen who, basically used to counsel me, because sometimes, my mother was a single mother, and she think, me used to get trouble at some particular time in my life. And, so you have man like SSP, Virgo, all of those guys, and, who used to talk to me, Hewitt, them man, they used to talk to me as well. And, so sometimes my mother just carry me go down to the police station and say, I can talk to him and make him understand how I go on. You understand? So my mother used to counsel me that way there. So that is my introduction to police, what I know about. So when I come to Samoa, I'm not used to them type of lifestyle there, where the police do them sort of thing there, And me as a man, me learn to defend myself, because I can't defend myself in a coffin. I may have my children. So I prefer me as an individual, I prefer 12 people sitting down in a courthouse talking about whether or not I must go to prison, than my entire family sitting and watching me being buried. Simple. See? Yes, so I defend myself no matter what the cost. See? And, them not used to that. Them think them could have do them something to people and thing and get to it. And me defend myself. And when I defend myself, I not joke, play thing. See? I defend myself, because guess what? Blood run through him vein, just like it run through mine. Him not have hand, him not the devil, or him not God. See? And he's a man, and him is a man just like me too. Simple. So that's how I deal with it. See? And the way how them deal with the Nigerian dude, I tell you, it left a bad taste in their mouth. So that was how the police force in Samoa was changed forever. If Egan Kyla watch this, I'm Blackie. So my dog, hold on. Come, see him there. Oh, my boy. See? If Egan Kyle is watching this now, big up Egan Kyle. Because the things that you have done for the Samoan police force, you are a pioneer. See? And you bring the thing up to standard and, make the thing stay a certain way. See? So, yeah, big up yourself, my brother. seeing the proper thing. So now the police force have structure and them a deal with the thing how them supposed to deal with it. You have one or two little bad eggs and so on. But yeah, them for them time I come. Seeing, but apart from that, I tell you, man, during that time, 2010, that sort of thing, police was under fire. 'Cause a lot of things they were doing that wasn't right. And I got caught up in it with that Nigerian dude. Seeing, so this story is about how the police force was transformed based on what happened to a black man, a Nigerian guy in Samoa. Seeing? Well, you know, it got Nigerian and Jamaica link up. It's very bad. Seeing? Yeah, so it go. Yeah, but I say, yeah, man, this place was transformed because of that very case. Now, if you need to find out more, you can just Google it, William Okoro Samoa, and you see all the stories come up about that particular thing. This is no joke. This is a true story. All right? Jeremy and this, my thing that today. Seeing? Good. Jam some more fun. Big up.